Welcome back, reality designers. Deni here. Today, I want to talk about the human design deconditioning experiment. And this is where you can break free from the not self and societal conditioning to reprogram yourself according to your unique design. So, if that's something you want to learn more about, definitely stay tuned. I'm Deni, your navigator on this journey of hypnosis by design and using hypnosis and your human design as a tool to create your reality, to design your reality. But have you ever felt like there was something off about the way you were living your life? It just didn't vibe. You weren't in alignment. It wasn't coherent. Whatever it was, it just didn't feel like you, like you're following someone else's script instead of being true to yourself. And that's how I felt before discovering human design. It's, if you don't know about it, it's a system that combines astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, metaphysics, and other disciplines. And it helps people understand their unique energetic blueprint. And so, according to human design theory, and it's just a theory, it's not written in stone, we are all born with a specific design that energetically maps out our strengths, our weaknesses. I like to call them blind spots instead of weaknesses, and purpose in life. However, most of us have been conditioned by society and our upbringing to ignore or suppress our true nature. Don't listen to that tiny little voice and said that that's not for you. So we want to learn to break free from this because we've learned very well to conform to certain norms and expectations that don't necessarily align with who we really are. And this is why we created based on feedback from those who use hypnosis and are learning about their human design. They're like, hey, Deni, what is this about the not self and deconditioning? And as a hypnotist since 2008 and a master hypnotist and teacher, I have a 100-hour course to certify those who want to become certified hypnotists. So I've been doing this for years and understanding and going through my own human design deconditioning. This is why I decided to embark on this deconditioning experiment using waking state hypnosis. And this idea was simple. It's creating a space where my conscious mind relax and let go of old patterns while my subconscious mind could receive new programming aligned with my human design. And this success mechanism I discovered is already in your human design. It just needs to be activated. And by deconditioning ourselves, this deconditioning, it refers to a transformation process that leads to a profound change in not only how we think and how we speak, but our bodies begin to change, our behaviors begin to transform. And so it is an empowering journey toward becoming unfit for self betrayal, right? Which involves following our unique energy strategy, our unique strategy, recognizing our authority at work when I'm an emotional authority. And so my whole life, I've suppressed my emotions because I was told, you're too much, you're over the top, you're too emotional, all of these things. But now I can use these emotions as a guide and surf them, literally surf the waves, the emotional waves, and surf them. And once I'm able to do that, I'm able to see more clearly. And by deconditioning this part, it really empowers my journey and your journey, but it involves following your unique strategy and your authority. So, those are usually the first two things that we take a look at and then strategize how you can experiment with leading with that part of you. And what happens is deconditioning ourselves from these limiting beliefs or societal norms that have been imposed or imprinted upon us. We begin to tap into our true potential. And this means understanding and honoring the way we operate best. And we're learning, right? So if we're deconditioning how we were taught certain things and we're learning how this energy being does certain things, it really requires some experimentation to see what works, what doesn't work. And this means understanding and honoring how we operate best. And this is through intuition or logic. It could be practical or your gut could be telling you, but trusting yourself enough to make the decision based on what feels right for you. And in addition to this work, this deconditioning work, it also requires us to be mindful of how we treat our bodies. And so, long story short, back in the 80s, I did modeling work and I was taught to hate my body. I was at war with my body. However, how I see my body, this meat suit, I see it as a precious gift. It really is. And this month, I'm turning 58. I feel and look better now than I did when I was 35 and diagnosed with cancer. So we must listen closely to our body's signals and what it needs. That means sometimes we got to get quiet. And is our body telling you that it's hungry? Really? Or is it telling you that it's tired and it needs to rest? So instead of pushing past those signals in pursuit of external validation or success, take a moment right now to stop and listen. What is your body trying to tell you? Ultimately, deconditioning is about reclaiming control over our lives by rejecting those harmful patterns and embracing self love. And for many, this word love can bring up all kinds of triggers. And this is where hypnosis can come into play to reframe those and integrate the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of those. So it may not always be easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. Increased confidence, clarity of purpose, and a sense of inner peace that comes from living authentically. And peace is my true self. My not self is anger. And when I'm in that not self, I know I have work to do because during my experiment using waking state hypnosis, it's different from traditional hypnosis because it doesn't require you to be in a trance like state. As I was working on this with myself, I found myself almost in a trance like state, in the state of prayer. And this is a very powerful state to be in. I'm not talking about the prayer you're driving and you're getting really close to almost hitting, like, oh God, help me now. Not that kind of prayer, or oh God, give me money. Not those kind of prayers. I'm talking about getting inside your inner chamber, closing the door to the outside world, and just being in this state of prayer. And this helped me create my healing team and visualize myself as an empty vessel, ready to receive new programming, new information, new downloads. And then through deconditioning, integration, and affirmation, this reinforced my authentic self expression according to my specific design type. And I'm a manifestor. And I'm a 5-1 manifestor. And learning about this energy being and how this energy works since 2016 is when I started on my human design journey has really opened up how the body heals and the way the body needs space and time and love and patience in order to heal. So I worked with self-hypnosis to help me create my healing team. And the experience was both liberating and challenging because it did require me to confront some of those deep-seated fears about not being accepted or understood by others if I showed up as myself without apology or explanation or playing small. And this is where understanding your human design and hypnosis or self-hypnosis can really co-create in helping you design your reality. So, within these changes and shifts in my energy and behavior, I felt more confident, and each day feeling more confident and assertive in expressing my needs. I need this instead of you, and pointing the finger. I'm pointing the finger at me and saying, this is what I need in order to do this for my needs, my desires, using my manifestor strategy. And so they say the strategy is informing. And sometimes I don't literally have to speak out and inform anyone. I can write out an intention, and that's informing the universe or the field, like Ra calls it. He calls it the field. And by deconditioning and experimenting with these states of being and sharing it with others and allowing others now, we have almost 9,000 students worldwide who have experimented with this 4-step process success mechanism that's already within you. And so if you want to learn more about that, as someone, who wants to learn, okay, what is my not self? What is deconditioning? What is defined energy centers? What is undefined energy centers? What does my energy even mean? But you want to benefit from applying and implementing this 4-step mechanism, you might be interested in our 6-week human design deconditioning experiment. And it's a lab, and we have measurable results during this process. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely we'll leave information in the description, and you can reach out to us and how you can join us in our next 6-week experiment. So with that said, with deconditioning the not self and what that means for your human design, if you're curious about exploring and experimenting with your own human design, you can achieve measurable results, and very quickly. And we offer free group sessions, and we work on whatever's happening collectively. And then we have the 6-week program, and I do have VIP days if you're interested in that as well. But in the meantime, I want to hear from you. What's worked for you? What have you been experimenting with your deconditioning process of your not self? When you understand, oh, wow, I have a completely undefined sacral, and here I am conditioned to be a sacral being. How do you decondition that? So if you're in that space, I want to hear from you. And also, do all the like, share, subscribe, follow, all of that, because we want to get our message out there. This process doesn't have to be a mystery. It's already a mechanism within your human design. It just needs to be activated. So in the meantime, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you loved. Let me know what you would love more of. Keep being amazing.